What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Think Welding and More. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the roll cage, so let's dive in. Alright, so as you can see, I finished up the back of the cage. It's the C-pillar. I got it tacked in place. If you want to see that one, you can go back to the first video, part 1. Today we're going to be doing the A-pillars, so we will cut holes in the floor of the cab, bend it up, and then install it. So after we install it, we'll start working on the center brace and the diagonals for the top of the roll cage.
Came up out the womb of man with everything that you demand. You could say I had a plan way before I had a fan. Some would probably call it luck, I just call it being blessed. You ain't never did the work, but you wanna be the best. Lately I could never stress, never better yet. Might have had a thing for you, she know I'm the better bet. I digress, I let it rest, go and get another check. I could always see my future, I bet they could never guess. Guessing they get it, cause look at me now and then look at yourself in the mirror. I know they doubted my thesis, but they doubted Jesus, and right now I'm making it clear. Clearly these people don't know where they going, and lately I feel like the man with the map. I got this shit out the mud, you could give me the word and I'll probably give it right back. Back at the bus I was scraping the change, back in my head I was living a life. Back at my job I was losing the focus and trying to find ways to get back to the mic. All of this working ain't working, I felt like a liar and I cannot lie to my soul. I know the truth universal, so don't let me tell you, I know that a lot of you know. Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it, I'm the real thing, baby. And if it don't make $1, then how could it make a real change, baby? Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it, I'm the real thing, baby. And if it don't make $1, then how could it make a real change, baby? Ay. Came up out the womb a giant, you a lick and you a client. Now you got so much to say, I was hurting, you was quiet. Glory is as glory does, so you know the story love. Never thought he'd be a legend, he was always sure he was. You was always naysaying, some things never change. Spiritually I never aged, feeling like 11th grade. Junior me, proud of me, standing tall, towering. Doing things I never do, if I was living cowardly. Sushi roll, sour D, song 3, hour 3. I don't even go to sleep, know the Lord empower me. Wake them up, they sound asleep, they gon' hear the sound of me. When the money getting up, truly ain't no down in me. Finally get it, cause look at me now and then looking at me from the picture. They probably thought that I need them or thought that I keep them. They lucky if I even miss them. Thinking that you got me figured, you figured it wrong, but it's okay, I truly forgive you. Lately I ain't got the time to be picking no fights when I'm trying to pick shit from the menu. Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it, I'm the real thing, baby. And if it don't make $1, then how could it make a real change, baby? Spilling pieces of a poet, don't you know it, I'm the real thing, baby. And if it don't make $1, then how could it make a real change, baby? Came up out the womb of man with everything that you demand. You could say I had a plan way before I had a fan. Some would probably call it luck, I just call it being blessed. You ain't
Now that we got the holes cut out, I'll show them to you, and then we'll start sliding the tubing in and getting it into place to move on. So let's check out these holes. So as you can see, we got plenty of room. I sanded the frame and then I sanded around the hole. That way later on when I go to patch it, it's already prepped. The other side was a little bit more difficult. I had to cover up some of the wires because there's the wire harness. As you can see right there, there's a big plug and a harness and some other cables. So what I did was I wrapped it with wet towels and then wrapped the wet towels with tin foil, so when I plasma cut through, it wouldn't damage the cables. After I cut through the floor, there's a body mount. I cut out that body mount. Now the tubing can hit the frame. Same thing, I cleaned up around the outside, so later on I can patch the hole. Now that you guys have seen that and the inside, we will start running the A-pillar across and then do the diagonals and everything after that. So let's keep moving forward. So I'm out here, I'm gonna bend up the A-pillar. It's a long one, it's 11 feet, 4 bends and 2 rotations. So hopefully I get it right the first time and don't have to buy any extra tubing. I have my degree finder down at the end. This time I put some tape on it to make sure it doesn't fall off or get messed up, because it's really important for the rotations. So let's get started. bent up, a little difficult, and I got it done. All right, so here goes some of the tools that I use to help fit my tubing. You know, you got your basic Sharpies, measuring tape. I got this 6-inch radius angle finder, you know, a pipe master to help me with, you know, the coping. Then I have my Harbor Freight tubing notcher, and I've been using the same hole saw for everything that I've been using. I've made dozens of cuts with it. You know, like I said, just slow and use oil or WD-40 or whatever. And then I have my grinder with a sanding pad or disc, mainly because I do not like flapper wheels, but there are uses for them. And then I have my fancy tool, a piece of angle, hose clamp, and my degree finder. That way I can put it on my tubing before I start bending, and that helps me keep straight, consistent bends. And then this little piece of TIG wire right here is a mock-up of what I need to bend up, and it keeps me moving in the right direction, you know, so I don't make any errors. Kind of little template, I guess. And then I have pipe stands that I got from the welding store. They also come in very handy. Now that you've seen tools that I use, let's move on.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate applying my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably $sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, 12 can't really stop shit, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot shit. In a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like...
Alright, so we got the A-pillar installed and tacked in the truck, and I am glad because I have taken this thing out at least 20 times and it's a lot of work. But now we're gonna move on to making some parts for the top of the roll cage. I'm gonna start out with this center tube. I'm gonna measure it, cope it, and install it in place, and then I will be able to get more measurements for more parts. So let's start cutting some tube and making some parts.
Wholesale, everything must go sell. Hitting bitches with the oh well, need 100 million on the low scale. On my worst night, I'm the best nigga, wouldn't mess with you, couldn't cap to him. Homie spotted me like 700, brought 1100 right back to him. If I can't do it, then it
it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like.
Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like. 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right?
Alright, so I got that piece of tubing measured out, cut, and coped. I got it in place, so let's check it out. You can see it's a good fit. Happy with how it came out. Got the A-pillar to the back and the center. Next we'll be doing the diagonals and a tube across the dashboard. It's going good. So I'm gonna call that good for today. I'll see you guys on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a thumbs up, comment, and share.